Okay, welcome. So, today I'd like to just talk a little bit about the premiere, which is coming up this Saturday. Also, starting to plan my wife's funeral 3 weeks' time. And also talk a little bit about the launch. We're doing a launch evening next week, and then another two the week after. So I'll just talk a bit about that. Okay. So thank you so much again for all your lovely messages about my wife passing. Really appreciate that. Literally received hundreds. I've been in tears most of the time reading the comments. So bless you for sending them. So this Saturday is the premiere in London. As I shared last week, we decided to go ahead with the premiere, even though my wife had just died, because she was so supportive. She came to the interviews with Gabor Mate, with Alex Renton, Suzanne Zeedyk, and she's just been an integral part. She cooked the food on the retreat that we filmed for the documentary. So yeah, just such an important part of the film. So we will be, doing the premiere. So the doors open at 1:30, and it's at the Rio in Dalston. And I'll put links to the to tickets. So there's only 50 tickets left out of 400, so that's really great. Thank you so much for your support. It's going to be really exciting because there's also a Q&A. So there's going to be Joy Schaverien. There's going to be Martin Lloyd-Elliott, psychologist, psychotherapist, and there's also Dr. Kathy Weald, who's medical doctor, also an author who's done Unshackled Mind, and she's also, all three of them are in the documentary. And then there's Ben and myself, who will be on the panel as well. So that's at the end. So we're going to start the film at 2:00, and then from about 3:10 we'll do a Q&A. So that will last about half an hour, 40 minutes, and then we'll look to leave the cinema about 4:00. So yeah, it's exciting. I feel quite nervous, obviously, my wife not being there. She's been such an important part. So yeah, so many friends have said they would come and support, so I feel very blessed with that. But yeah, I feel some sadness and a bit of fear there. I'm sure it will be fine. I just keep hearing my wife's voice whenever something would come up or a bit worried about something. She says, "Oh, it'll be fine," and it always was fine. So I'm hearing her voice. And then next week we've got webinars, which are basically 3 evenings: the 5th, the 10th, and the 13th, 6 p.m. till 7:30. And you can join up to those webinars by joining up to the email launch list, which is on the website Boarding on Insanity, again in the description. Plan is 60 minutes will be teaching on each evening, discussions around, what first evening will be what are the hidden impacts of boarding school, children, the adults they become, and talking with Joy Schaverien, Suzanne Zeedyk, and then Warren Larkin. Suzanne is a developmental psychologist, and Warren Larkin is a consultant clinical psychologist. He has an expertise in ACEs, trauma informed, and he's written several books. And then the Monday the 10th will be Nick Duffell, Martin Lloyd-Elliott, and Zena Me. They're all experts in leadership, and that second evening will be about, what's the impact on our leaders and these systems. Zena is a leadership expert, CEO, coach, and she talks about, what are these systems, and how does boarding school impact, the people that she's worked with. And then the third one will be the path of healing, and we've got Dino Noscivelli, we've got Alex Renton, we've got Kathy Weald, and Dan Perry as well, speaking on that final one. So it's going to be very powerful. They're all free evenings, and we'll do 60 minutes, of teaching, and then 30 minutes Q&A. So, you know, and then the recordings, you know, I'll put them onto the website afterwards. So those will be available to those people who have, you know, are part. I'll kind of send people the recordings for that, and also the links. And then on the 15th we will launch. So we'll launch the film. So yeah, globally. So wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to watch it. And then the 17th will be my wife's funeral. So it feels a bit like, whoa, so much to organise. Last night I was with friends and we were just starting to plan some ideas of what to do. We're going to have some music, sing some songs. We're going to read some of Michelle's poems, show some photographs. I'm going to take some of her paintings. And yeah, so that feels, yeah, very special. You know, Michelle, my wife, was all about community, about how we bring people together. So it was just lovely yesterday to connect a group of us and go, right, okay, what's needed? What bits and pieces do we need to do? So yeah, that feels good to do. But yeah, feeling some overwhelm at just how much is needed to do. And also just hearing my wife's voice, it'll all be fine. It doesn't matter really, you know. Just show up, do my best, do our best, and you know, whatever happens, happens. So, you know, I think that's something which has really been coming to me about leadership. How it's really important for us to work out our values and then to model them. You know, Kouzes and Posner in their book, The Leadership Challenge, say a leader must work out what their values are, and then the first technique in leadership challenge is model the way. And so that's been useful. So for me, it's like kindness, it's compassion, it's love, you know, and just how do I show up with that? And then yeah, for you listening, what are your values? Model them, you know, connect with them. Because when we're not in integrity, and often if we've been to a boarding school or we've had some form of trauma, we've kind of hidden our authentic self. We're not really sure who we are. So I think it's important for us to go, oh yeah, does this resonate? Kindness? Oh yeah, it does. But it's not just kindness to people out there, it's kindness to ourselves. And it's to work out what your values are, and then modelling them. So that's been a good teaching this last week. So yeah, so I just, you know, bless everybody who supported this film, whether you've made a donation, you've commented, you've shared stuff. It's like we couldn't do this without you. And literally, I feel like, yeah, there's thousands of you out there who've just supported. Yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. We couldn't have done it without you. And, you know, especially blessings to Michelle. I could not have done this without her. You know, bless her for being patient with me and watching the film and cooking the food, all of these things that she did. So yeah, it's going to be a celebration on Saturday, but sad that she's not there. So yeah, thank you all for your support, and yeah, you know, please keep sharing the trailer. It's going to be exciting the next couple of weeks. Next Wednesday will be the first webinar, and it's exciting. So bless you for your support. Okay, take care.